Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. Now, usually when I look at doing one of these analysis of a character, particularly a villain, I'm trying to understand a little bit more about who you are. Like, what got you to being this way? And, most of the time there's some type of, trauma that was there. This is mainly what this is about. That says, okay, I understand why young Thanos might grow up to be adult crazy Thanos. Totally makes sense, right? We can understand why someone with, Anakin Skywalker's past could have Darth Vader's, future or present. So we understand it. This guy here, man, like, everything about you is 100% your fault. There's nothing about any of this that is someone else's fault. Like, even so at the core of him, he is kind of like this self-hate. Now, it starts off twisted. It starts off as this obsession with the Flash, right? That's the center of it. It's idol worship gone malignant. So it's a vastly interesting story. And in this future timeline, he saw Barry Allen not only as his hero or a hero, but the hero. So instead of that inspiring him to be his own hero version, he wanted to become him quite literally, to do the things he did. So he kind of gave up his own identity. It's identity for closure. So he didn't build a self, he built a shrine to Barry, which is how it starts off. So we can understand a lot of like what's going on here right off the bat. And then reality in its own ways, it showed him that he was not Barry. So the first thing that he does, he knows about Barry to the point that he reenacts the accident that gives the Flash his powers. Somehow he's able to redo this. So he's got all the scientific knowledge and resources to recreate this incident. And now going into it, because he's already got flawed intent, this is what the backstory of the characters is. Because he's already got ill intent, it corrupts even that process. So whereas Barry comes out a hero, he wrote into destiny itself that he would be a villain, how he went into this. And this is kind of what inspires him, is that he goes into the future and realizes that in the future, he is the enemy of Barry Allen. And that cascades everything psychologically to him, just really, really fulfilling that destiny. So this is a very unique character, and all the wounds are his self-inflicted wounds, and kind of tied into the dangers of time travel, just inherent dangers of time travel. So he suffers from a very specific type of narcissistic injury. Just knowing that no matter what you do, you will never be the version or reflection of Barry that you want it to be. Like, you saw yourself as that, but you're never going to be that. So he launches into this reparative damage. He sees it as he can muddy Barry, he can tear Barry down, that he can be this equal. So it's never about improving himself, which we understand. He mastered the powers, but none of the ability. And I think even Barry told him once that he was uncreative with his use of the ability. He lacked the creativity inside of himself. So in his mind, his wounded mind, his greatest humiliation is already etched into time. And he and Barry can see time in a way that regular humans can't. Right? So they have an appreciation for what's in time, whether it's permanent. And both of them have attempted to change things in time for drastic effect. So he understands that he's caught in this loop. That's always going to be him. And so he evolved, to me, past even what Barry was. He develops this God complex, the reverse. He sees it in that Speed Force. So he embodies this perverse God complex. If I can't be worshipped as Flash, I'll be feared as a devil. And having the ability to influence time and other people's lives, man, I could see how that could develop. So this is a very twisted guy in ways I didn't even think about. And you can understand how Barry would be like, how did I make this? In no way is he really just a reflection of Barry. He is this perversion of, man, I don't know what. But he's taken it so far there Barry doesn't have, he's not just the toxic side of Barry or the there's no reflection of Barry in this character. This is a very unique type of psychosis that the writers have done a brilliant job kind of in bringing forth to us. So I'm glad just to kind of peek through the layers. There's a lot going on with this character that we really got to dig into. So hit me up if you're interested in learning more about this character, kind of digging into him, or you want to talk more about the Flash. Let me know in the comment sections, and as always, hit that like and subscribe.